So the place that we're going to pick up in the game, you were in the burned out area. You had discovered what looked like a burned out Fey village. And that Fey village had somebody held in it as a prisoner. You were ambushed by a bunch of undead. Pretty blackly charred, covered in dirt undead, but they came out of the earth and you killed them all. We called it right there with that. And you now are out of combat and you've leveled up and you've got to decide what you want to do.
I think we were still deciding how to
release her.
Yes, to get our friends free.
Do we have any way of shrinking her?
I don't have a shrink spell.
I don't either.
Well, I mean, I can get one, but I don't have it.
Well, I mean, we have some lard or butter. We can butter up her limb and hopefully slip it through.
I think I have.
Since when do we have butter?
No, we got something better than that.
What?
Better than butter?
Better than butter.
It's margarine.
Is there something better? No.
No, I think
margarine
I have
is not better than butter.
I thought I had a vial of slippery stuff, unless we used it up.
Oh,
you do have a vial of slippery something, I'm sure.
You have it in your inventory?
I'm just looking. I have a vial of oil-like substance, but I don't know what it is. So I can attempt a check to see if I can identify it. So I roll.
Suppose that's better than just
all right.
putting
Roll
it
for
on
recall knowledge. See if you can figure this out. I mean, you could use it even without doing that and see what happens.
Okay, I rolled a 6.
You cannot tell what it is for sure.
Let's try it anyways.
Slippery.
In my opinion.
Let's try it anyway.
Okay, so I'll take this vial of oil-like substance and I'll pour it on the wrist of this captured
ankle.
Or ankle.
Yes.
I got lots I can go around.
Yeah, you pour it on her wrist as well.
Okay, on her ankle, I pour this oil-like substance on this fey creature.
This is so dirty.
As another small woman, I will approach her and massage it into her ankle.
Is there a keyhole anywhere on this? I have a key.
Remember,
at her.
the skin around her ankle is badly damaged and she will scream.
I have a key from Aerosol's house.
Massaging the oil gently
into badly burned skin.
What did you say, Thaddeus?
I have a key from Aerosol's bedroom.
That is an awfully good idea. Is there a place that we can see that we can?
That was my question.
Wasn't there no keyhole?
Oh, I think it was hammered with a rivet.
There was a hammered rivet was holding it together.
Does anyone have a crowbar?
The question came up that because you are a locksmith, so obviously it should be easily removable for you, but it's not.
Does anyone have a crowbar?
Well, first we should see what the oily substance does. And it may have solved the situation, or it may have made her extremely uncomfortable because it could have been acid. We don't know.
Oh, I hope the oily substance was not some sort of acid.
Here's hoping.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to try and give... Oh, why does everything always have to be so confusing? Let's try this instead. Yeah. If you go to the adventure screen, does it give you... Let me turn this on.
It gives us a C-shaped cuff-looking thing.
It gives us the Omega symbol.
Or an atomic cloud.
Or a helmet for an alien.
Why am I seeing this? Oh, wait. Yeah, this. Oh, okay. He's drawing it. Yeah, no, I gotta shut myself off.
Okay, so this is basically a cross-section of what the collar looks like. All right, that is around her ankle. As you can see, it's got kind of an iron pin that goes across. There is a link that goes around it You know, and of course there's another link from the chain that goes like this.
Who has bolt cutters?
All right. So you're basically, this is the type of thing that you are dealing with.
I have leather working tools. So I suppose if I tried, I might be able to use one of my thicker punches to punch that pin out.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it was braced against a stone or something solid.
Okay.
So if we can find a stone to
You find a stone. There's going to be lots of them around
and
there.
then I'd put the punch onto the end of the where the taper occurs.
Yeah, as you can say, one end of this
that's the
thing has got quite a large head, but the other one is just tapered out as it's been very crudely hammered.
Yeah. So
there's only a little bit of lip on either
I'm
side.
going to put the pin, I'm going to put my punch on the other end, and I'm going to whack it with my tomahawk.
I'm holding her.
And you hold that steady so that she doesn't get
wrist around
damaged.
her.
I'll hold her hand.
Stabilize the brackets
Okay.
against the stone.
The oil does give her some relief as far as contact direct from her skin to the iron. There's now a little film of oil there that is protecting her a little bit temporarily. So it isn't quite as painful as it was to feel direct touch of the iron, but that's a very thin, oily film. And if she gets really tight contact any place, she has a problem. So it helps a lot to have Thaddeus hold her and stabilize it to try and keep her skin from touching it.
Do you want me to roll?
So Percy, roll for strength to see if you hit it. Add your athletics.
17.
And you
Plus
end up
10, 27.
It takes 4 or 5 blows, but you can see that you're making progress. And having a punch like that, even like one of, say, your pitons from your climbing gear, works perfectly.
Okay.
The leatherworking punch or a piton would have worked great. You could also have taken a piton and driven it into this area right here.
Spread it.
Where her ankle was?
Well, her ankle's over here,
Problem
right?
I have with that is you're too close to her flesh. So if it slips out, it would damage her.
But it works, and you were able to free her, and she is now free of the problem. We're going to just close that off.
Thank elves almighty, how free at last.
So, having done that, you now have got her free. Her name, if I zoom in, we can see if we can find her. Her name is Neluthel.
Neluthel.
Neluthel?
Sounds like a made up
Can I call
name.
her Nelly?
I guess we'll see what she thinks of
Excuse
that.
me, miss. May I call you Nelly?
And she'll call you Josie. And
Okay.
you'll all be sorted out.
Yay.
But she can't understand us, right?
She speaks Elven, and she can also speak Latin, which is the common language of this world.
I speak Elfin, apparently.
Yes.
Understand.
So she initially starts speaking in her native language, and you're able to catch most of what she has to say.
Even though I don't understand why I know or like can say and comprehend and conversate in Elfin, I can do it.
Converse.
Pardon me?
Yeah, okay.
So she is very thankful that you have freed her. She's also very fearful, and she says it is not safe here. They could come back at any time, and she wants to get away from here as quickly as she can.
Excuse me, Game Master. I just wanted to point out on my sheet, it does say on my front page here that I do speak in Latin, which I don't recall ever speaking
That's not
Latin
right.
before.
You don't speak in Latin. It
I
says
don't
that on
think
your
so.
front page. Oh, I know why. It's because I found a way to update the common language for the entire world to Latin. And so it changed it because it was some other weird named language that comes from, their world, right? The character sheets always assume just by default that everybody can speak whatever the common language is. So that's why it says that.
Okay. I was just wondering when I ever learned Latin because I certainly
You did
didn't
not.
recall.
Maybe you
Yes.
could show her you are an elf as well.
Take her aside and show her my.
Ears.
Your ears are getting a little, you notice as you do that, I mean, you haven't been able to see, but the rest of the party notices that your ears are a little pointier than they were a couple of months ago. It looks like the more time you spend in this world, the more the elven side of your nature comes out and takes dominance over the human side.
I'm getting sprightlier and sprightlier.
Sprightlier and sprightlier, and your eyes are getting bigger and bigger. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Your hair's getting
So
longer.
You're
she
getting a
wants to
urine
get away
make
from
cookies.
here.
Pardon me?
One of the Keeler elves here making cookies.
I thought you just said urine to make cookies, and I was
The
like,
urine
what?
to make cookies.
I don't know why you would think
Haven't
that.
urged.
So she wants to get away from here as quickly as possible. Something else happens. She is suddenly overwhelmed by a huge wave of sickness. She falls to her knees and she vomits. And it's kind of a black bile that comes up.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
terrible.
pretty,
Where does she
pretty
want to
rough.
go? What
She
direc-
looks
what
like
direction?
she's struggling with something. She's obviously not well.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Where does she want to go? What direction?
She doesn't know, because from here she doesn't know anything about where it is safe.
This isn't her home?
It is. It used to be, but it's all burned down now.
Okay.
Yes, Lavinia,
I'd like to cast a heal on her.
you'd like to cast another heal on her?
I would.
Okay, all right. You
Wasn't she already healed?
she was healed a little bit earlier of some physical damage, but whatever this malady is doesn't seem to have been affected.
Okay.
So the heal didn't affect her the first time. So this
Yes,
okay.
it healed her physical
Little bit.
damage, but whatever this malady is that she's got doesn't seem to have been healed up. So, do you want to try and heal it some more?
Yeah, I do. I
All right.
definitely do.
Thaddeus,
What are you
have
using
any
to do it?
idea what ails you?
I'm using one of my gold coins.
All right. So we're going to use Lavinia's gold coins now. These are her cleric fonts instead of, until I get actual poker chips that say cleric font on them. We're just going to use these because she's got 5 now that she can use, 5 heals per day.
Wow.
Big upgrade.
Wow.
So it's awesome. I think she had more
Superhero.
before and we had her shortchanged. So we fixed that mistake.
So the question is there anybody who is short of anything, or is everybody all?
I think when
Everybody's
we
full
all,
health.
We all got.
You leveled up. You
I
leveled
like
up to
it.
full health.
When we leveled up, we all went to full health.
I kind of figured as much, but
And I am-
too bad we couldn't kind of tuck them away. Anyways,
Keep
So,
bragging about my 50
roll your
degree
2d8s.
over and over again.
roll my 2d8s.
Yep. Did you guys see the pewter mug that I posted on the Wilders page? No, you guys suck. God, I can't believe you did this.
I was on that page today.
Just a minute. Okay, you go ahead and do that, honey. I've got to school our wayward players.
4 and 4.
Okay, 8 points of 8 points of healing.
Oh,
You cast 8 points of healing, and there is no difference
That's what I'm
whatsoever.
So,
It's an ailment. Yeah. It's got to be something, a poison or something that we have to counteract.
Do we have potions and
Well,
lotions?
Thaddeus has
Aplenty.
some potions that he's made, but I don't know if we have one that's targeted for this particular.
Okay, let's go to
Poison
the
beyond.
adventure screen for a second. You should be able to see behind me. Here is our Wilders game Facebook page.
oh, Facebook page.
Oh, we have
Facebook
21
page?
followers. That's exciting.
Do we? Hey, we have 21 followers. Hooray!
Hey, 21 followers.
Thank you. I posted right here the coolest freaking mug.
Oh, I saw that.
That is a really rad mug.
It's rad.
Bling! Yeah. So I'm going to get me one of these. I really
much are
like
they?
that. They're about $67 Canadian. So I'm going to get the
It has
red
a
pewter.
bear on it.
You can get them with your class crest on one side, and I think it's a wolf on the other side. See, that one says Bard, right? You see they've got a few that with the different things. They've all got a wolf's head on one side, I think. Don't quote me on this. And then on the other side, you can pick the crest. There's a rogue, there's a sorcerer, there's a bard. So they've got the classic D&D crest that you can pick from. There is no gunslinger crest. I am personally going to get double wolves, and I like the red.
I was just gonna say I would get a wolf on each side because it'd be like bear and bear.
They don't have a dice for game master either, so I was just going to get the double wolves. But for you guys that have other classes, if you're interested, this will be great for a single die. The issue that we're going to run into as time goes on, okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to shut that off now. The issue that we're going to run into as time goes on is that you're going to be more and more often rolling 2 dice at once, 3 dice at once, 4 dice at once. And when you've got a very restrictive dice tower like that one with only a tiny little thing at the bottom, it gets to be a problem.
Yeah, like it wouldn't work with mine.
It wouldn't work with yours at all. That's where we're going to be probably still doing more cups and dice trays. And this is why, one of the other reasons why we have cups, besides dice flying all over the place and dice trays, is that you can put like 5 to 6, 7 dice in one of these, shake, 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 drop it straight into the tray, and you're good to go. Right?
Josephine was just saying that we have a new viewer, and I'm wondering if we could find out what their name is and welcome them.
Whoa, there's 2.
Good.
Oh, okay.
So exciting.
Hi, Pyro. Hi, LB.
Okay, so we digressed a little bit into that, but we need to come back to what we were talking about, and that is where you guys are in the game and what you're going to do. You tried that heal on her. It did not work. Anybody else have any ideas or anything they want to do at this time?
Okay, now it was the undead soldiering dead. Were they soldiering dead?
These were soldiering dead. You recognize them from their tattered gray and blue uniforms.
And we had said before that there's some sort of ailment that turns them into the soldiering. And we're going to try and analyze that, come up with a cure for it. Because if you get bit or clawed by them, you could get an infection and turn into a zombie like them. So that's going to be on Thaddeus and
I believe at the end of the last game, Raven actually was successful in a recall knowledge about ghoul fever. Remember?
Okay, yeah. So if she's got ghoul fever, then finding a cure for that's kind of immediate.
I have
I
not
can
yet
certainly take
been.
that task on.
Okay.
I'm happy to do that.
You were talking about creating an anti-venom, so now is a great time to start. I mean, since we have someone dying in front of us.
Well, we also have a lot of undead.
That
there
too.
that
No,
I
I
can
mean,
get.
in the future,
Some
we'll
from-
be able to use
yes.
it, but I'm just saying an anti-venom is probably really useful on
But
this young
Lavinia
lady
is
right
also
now.
right. We should try and find out where her home is, and maybe they've already
Where the
figured
rest of
something
her
out.
people
Yeah.
went.
If the rest of the people have figured something out ahead of time, we could be in luck. So maybe we need to figure that out. Can Thaddeus or
She is now unconscious.
Oh shoot. Okay.
All right.
I noticed that we have in our bag of holding 2 poultices of cured disease.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. Can we give that a whirl?
Let's start with 1.
Okay.
All right. So who's going to apply it and where are they going to apply it to?
I think our medicine
On her
fellow.
ankle, on her poor
Bring the doctor.
ankle. Yes.
Yes, on the open, I will certainly
doctors.
do that.
Cure disease.
All
I
right.
will do that.
You apply cure disease to her, and she's a little bit restless, breathing pretty heavily, and to your expert medical eye, it looks like it's too hard to tell how much effect it's having right now, but you think that it might benefit her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all you can say right now. You're not going to know for a few hours
about-
whether it's really making a difference.
So he's-
Is she
he's
very
apply-
warm? Like, does she have a fever?
She has a fever. She's
Fever?
absolutely
Okay,
hot.
Keep her cool.
Can I add another thing in here, please? I know it's not technically my turn or anything, but could I use my cantrip stabilize?
It is your turn because we're out of combat, so we're
I
not
was gonna
doing.
say, I
We're
don't
just
think we're
going
talking-
around the table clockwise like usual.
Yeah.
So if you wish to use stabilize on her, she does not require stabilization yet because she is not below like down to 1 hit point or 0 hit points, whichever it is. And that's what stabilize does, is it stabilizes somebody from dying.
All right,
Keeps
so
them on this side of
guess
the
I don't
dirt.
need to do that then. It was a good thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a handy spell. It's going to be.
You may need it before long. You never know.
Let's hope not.
Okay. Well, if necessary, can we set up a litter between us and carry her, or?
Well,
I'm
she's
sure we
3
can.
feet tall. I'm pretty sure we could just
Yeah,
you know,
I could
easily
probably
carry
just
her.
tuck her under one arm. and-
Piggyback her,
and
sling
get
her over
Yeah.
your shoulder. Or
Yes,
whatever.
she's quite light. You find that her she's just like a bird. She's very light and thin. You've got to be careful of her wings, although they're not that delicate. They're quite resilient. They're very thin and flexible.
Are they folded up while she's
Yes,
prone?
they're folded up against her back.
So, do you want to carry her since you're a representative female warrior type?
I mean, I certainly
strength
could.
then?
Does anybody have any empty vials?
Didn't we
had the
just get
3.
six-
We got 6, and I
six
think
empty
you got
bottles?
3 for holy water, and we left 3 in the bag. or
No, I
did you take-
have 3 to make some Molotov cocktails once we
Okay.
get some alcohol, but I need some vials to get the tissue samples from the undead so that I can use
So
those to make.
We
the-
still have some in the bag of
antitoxin.
holding then?
As far as I know, but I can't guarantee it. Can you check
mean,
the bag holding?
I don't
I'm
need.
not- I don't-
Every time I've used my holy water, I've never thrown away the bottle. So here you go. I
Thank
have
you.
an empty bottle.
And I just emptied a vial of unknown oil, so that would
Right.
be another bottle
Right,
perhaps
so
we
we
could
got
Okay,
use.
well,
two
we'll need to wash it
bottles.
out. Is that a lake? It's probably not
I don't
very-
know if I trust that.
And
Yeah.
very sooty, I'm
Trust that.
sure.
Mm.
We can just use one of our
However,
cans.
we have a woman who can purify water.
I used to be able to.
Shouldn't have that anymore.
Well, here, just use my drinking water, and
Right.
you can rinse it with that.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, while this is all happening, you hear some crashing as though something large is moving through the underbrush just to the west of you. It's hard to see with all of the smoke that's still in the air what it is. Don't do that. We had, by the way, to share my Game Master grief with you. You might have noticed I'm quite grumpy with Foundry today, and one of the reasons for that is that I very innocently and accidentally clicked a link. I was trying to click something else, and I clicked the wrong thing of 2 things, and deleted my entire fucking bestiary.
No.
All of, that's true. That's where Bear was. I deleted all of the characters. I have made all of the monsters I have made since the beginning of this campaign. You guys were in a different category, so it did not delete you. But what this means is that I have to rebuild every one of these monsters from scratch.
There's no library you can draw from, is there?
There is, and I've got to drag and drop
You
them
can
all
rebuild.
to do it. Okay. So what I'm saying is, this happened 2 hours before our game today, and it ruined my plans for what we're doing. And I'm trying to play catch up. So you are going to see monsters show up that don't have profiles yet, or they're not exactly right. The titles aren't right because I haven't taken whatever monsters I was going to use and customize them. Now, as part of all this, I'll rebuild Bear as part of everything else, and he'll exist again. But all of my undead soldiers, all of my everything, my bandits, my elves, everything. And so you would think that there would be someplace in Undo that you could just click to go back a step or go back a stage or something. Nope. Yeah, all the puckwudgies are gone. The beautiful snail you guys fought, all that stuff is gone. I have to rebuild every single monster in the bestiary.
They
From
only
scratch.
on my screen. They only creature that I could see in the bestiary was bear, and I would go back and visit him like every game, every
Makes me
turn,
feel so guilty.
just to say hi to him and like remember him, and now I can't, and I'm really sad.
Well, you never know. You know where Bear is.
Yeah.
Right?
If we could have found a portal that kind of obviously suggested that mansion, but we didn't, because the portals probably came about
Well, I mean,
long before the mansion.
we're on a huge mission.
Yeah.
That's like bigger than Bear.
Yeah.
You're no longer in the Florida Peninsula, though.
Yeah.
How far are you from that place?
We don't.
That's something for
We're
you to
north
think about.
and
No, we
west
went-
of it,
Uh,
I believe.
I thought we went north and west of that.
That's what you said, north and west of it.
Yes.
a little bit not, but we didn't use the portal that was north of the Fae. We went to the ones
Right.
that's in the middle of the Fae
middle of the
area,
Fae.
which is why it's burning. And we should probably make our way. At this point, I'm likely to trust the instincts of Miss Smith.
Who's not at all emotional right now.
Well, as you've been discussing what you're going to do,
I've got the samples I need. They're in vials.
this
Excellent.
crashing is getting louder and it's getting closer.
Well, we
I
should
say
go.
we go away from the crashing
Yeah,
noise.
let's go away from the crashing noise.
As you are getting ready to go away from the crashing noise, something that you cannot believe bursts into the clearing not far from you, and it is, let's see if we've actually got one here. You just have to bear with me for a sec. Like I said, all this stuff now. Oh, come on. I have to go all the way around the long way to deal with this. Images. And I'll put this up on the screen behind me for you. Scenes.
We're not we're not yet in combat, correct?
You are not yet in combat. This is not the, oh, here we go. This one will have to do.
Can I have the Larry Camp?
Larry can.
Ooh.
There is, oh, there's a, you can do it on Amanda for the
Because the
Larry.
Larry can.
We still have plans for a Larry cam and a Bones cam, but I haven't set them up.
He's getting angry now. I can't
It's not
hold
the
him
Larry
like this
cam.
forever.
It's actually,
Hi.
it's her.
Oh, jeez. He's not happy. But Larry says, hi,
Hello,
friends.
Larry.
Is this what came
you
crashing
go.
through the bush?
An enormous cat. It's
What
like
comes
Castle
crashing?
Crashers.
What comes crashing through the bush is this.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Baby.
You're going to give them the adventure screen and they can see what that is.
baby.
Hey,
It appears to be what used to be a mammoth.
Nice.
And as it comes crashing through the clearing, it sees these little beings in front of it. And
Beast speak. Roll a 16 plus whatever the hell my adjustment is. Mm-hmm.
if it was a living mammoth,
Okay.
that would have worked. But it is a dead mammoth that has obviously been reanimated by some type of necrotic power. And it makes straight for this little group that it sees in front of you. So roll for initiative.
Undead mammoth.